I did not have you in semester 1. So have you seen something that looks like this? Like the grids? And placing points? Okay, that's all right. So what I'm showing you today is how we graph quadratics with a table of values. So all you've been doing, you've been being smashed with algebra, and then you're being like, how do I draw this algebra? There's a link to that. Because the Cartesian plane, this thing, has two axes. The x-axis is the horizontal one. The y-axis is vertical, so we can plot points. So can someone tell me, what are the coordinates of the blue dot here? How would I state the location of that blue dot there? Yes? Good. -3, -2. Someone else? What are the coordinates of the red dot?
3, 2.
Not quite. 3, yes. 3, 1. Okay. Why do I go over that idea? That's how we link it to your quadratics. If I make a quadratic equation that involves x and I make it equal y, then I have stated a relationship between x and y. This grid tells you the relationship between x and y. So for example, if I said y is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 1, what is that telling you? Y is always whatever x is squared plus 2 lots of x, add 1 to it. Right? You can put any x into the equation and find what? Just a reminder, like you only need to get the blue stuff down. I'm cutting down all the notes. This black stuff is to help me teach it to you. You can put any x into the equation and find y to get coordinates that you can plot. The easiest way to do this is this thing I said called a table of values. So this is where you should start getting information down. A table of values is a table with 2 rows. The top row is for your x. The bottom row is for the different values of y. And then you fill the table in by substituting x one by one into the equation to find y. Once you've done that, you can plot the points, x and y, x and y, x and y, like you did on the Cartesian plane. I'll give you time. You get that blue chunk, and then we're on to the example straight away. Oop. Yep. Y'all know you got casual day on Friday?
Yep.
I forgot.
I'll text you on Thursday.
You can hang with that kid.
Is it a thing?
Books. Characters.
The storybooks.
Yeah. I've got some Naruto shirts. I can just wear that.
That does work. Books? Nah, close enough.
Imagine that. Imagine that after the only junior casual day. Oh.
The only books really that I have.
There he is.
I mean, I have the treehouse.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I have the
I'll have to sit
the
down.
treehouse books. But that's
Morning.
about
I'll
it.
chat to you after. Do you have a maths book?
Yeah, probably.
I'll give you a new.
The boy is so cute.
Can I just get that stuff in blue for now? Do you need a pen? I just chuck your name on there. We've got a lot of catch up on this. Okay? Right now, just watch. So just again, a table of values. It's a little table. You got 2 rows. Chuck x and y into the left side. And then I will show you how you fill the boxes in. Might as well get a device out. Get a device out so I'm ready to show you what. Yep. I respect when you use it. The only people I'm going to roast is the ones that say that. When you grow up, you can start affording room. Some of those year 11s, they get roasted. All right, let me show, and then I'll move back up there if you need. So to illustrate how you use this table, what you've been doing is solving this previously. We solved quadratics by making them equal 0. Now we're going, well, Mr. T, why are you making it equal y? Well, this plane relates x with y. And we can plot a bunch of points if we know the matching x and y pairs. Do I have a matching y here yet? No? But do I know, according to the equation, the relationship between my x and my y? My y is going to be whatever x is squared plus 2 lots of that x, add 1 to it. So what you do is you go through each one. So the first one I'm going to do is what is y when x is equal to -2? Because I want to fill in this box here. So whenever it says x in the equation, I'm going to replace it with -2. So x is going to be -2 squared plus 2 lots of -2, add 1 to it. Can someone tell me what -2 times by itself would be? What would -2 squared be? Be careful with your negatives. Sorry? 4, good. Plus 2 lots of -2. Once again, be careful with your negatives. What happens when I times a 2 by -2? -4. And then the plus 1, there wasn't any working out there. So what is my answer to that? 4, take 4. 0, add 1 to it. What's the final? 1. So my first dot is at -2, 1. So can someone direct me? My cursor is hovering over 0, 0. And I want to plot -2, 1. Where do I move? Where do I go from the middle? Say it loud. You're pointing the right way. To the left, how many? 2. And then how much? Do I go up or do I go down? Up 1. Well done. That's my first dot. Is 1 dot enough information to draw a curve or a line? No? I don't know what direction it goes. So where do I get the remaining dots? How many dots could I plot based on this table? I could plot 5 of them. So someone else, y is equal to -1. -1 squared plus 2 lots of -1, add 1. What's -1 squared? What's -1 times by itself? 1. What's 2 times by -1? Add 1. 1. So be careful. You guys some of you are quite good with the number line. Some aren't, so take your time. 1, take 2. -1, add 1 to that. 0. So you've got -1, 0. Someone help me out. I'm hovering over 0, 0. Where do I move to plot -1, 0? Where do I move from the middle to plot -1, 0? Down 1 or to the left 1? Left 1. Dot there. Can you see this process? Okay. That's still not enough information to draw a curve. A quadratic is a curve. Right now we've only got enough info to draw a line between 2 dots. So I'm going to quickly do the remainder. What is y when x is equal to 0? 0 squared plus 2 lots of nothing, add 1. This is going to be 0. This is going to be 0. What are you going to have left over? 1. So when x is 0, y is equal to 1, you're going to have a dot here. Can you see how there's a curve now? It's like a triangle. We're not done yet. We need to substitute 1 into it. Y when x is equal to 1. 1 squared plus 2 lots of 1. Add 1. 1 squared. 1. 2 lots of 1. plus 1. What do we have? What's the total of 1 plus 2 plus 1? 4. So when x is equal to 1, y is equal to 4. So a dot there. It's curving up now. One more curve. So y, when x is equal to 2, it's going to be 2 squared plus 2 lots of 2 plus 1. 2 squared. 2 times by 2. 4 plus 2 times by 2 again. Plus 1. What's the total? 9. So now, last dot to place. How far do I go left or right? To plot 2, 9, where do I go from here? Left or right? And how much up? 9? Good. That's a curve. You're only going to lose marks drawing this curve if you draw a freaking triangle, okay? A quadratic is curved, so make it smooth. Try to make it as smooth as possible. Like that, and they're symmetrical as well. Something like that. Okay? Make it smooth. I'll stop the recording there. You can get that example.